You know what I mean? It's just exciting.
You were the first one in the fashion weeks, and now, ang dami nyo na.
I think it's great. I think
Oo.
it's really great. I mean, anything to, to make the Philippines to have Philippines have a larger presence in Paris Fashion Week or Milan or New York. I think it's a good thing for the country. I'm all about uplifting, Filipino
Oo.
talent there. And it makes us strong. There's strength in numbers. At least unlike before,
Mag-isa ka, parang mag-isa ka
before
before,
ako lang
di ba?
mag-isa. You know what I
Oo.
mean? Ako lang mag-isa. And then, it's not even that. Like, parang nakakasad na parang walang Filipinos.
Oo.
And then now you see, there's Heart, there's Pia, I mean,
Yeah.
Anne last year, who I love so much. And I think it's a good thing to have more celebrities there and more personalities.
What does it mean for us na dumadami kayo dun?
What does it mean for Filipinos? I
Yes,
think
yes.
it's basically representation. I want Filipinos to think that anybody with a dream can go to Paris Fashion Week. Anyone can go there. A lot of people think it's really hard. Of course it's hard. It's hard
Uh-huh.
because ultimately it's the brands who will invite you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyone and everyone can be there. You don't have to be an influencer or celebrity to be a guest. There's so many things you can do to be able to attend Fashion Week. You can work as a PR, you can work as staff, you can be a press, you can be an editor, you can be a buyer. You know, Being an artista or a socialite or an influencer is not the only ticket to go there. And don't forget, Fashion Week, it's a business. It's a real business. It's not naman na parang rampahan lang. It's all about supporting the designers that show there. It's about supporting the atmosphere. I mean, we need to sell clothes. It's work. It's a lot of work.
And grab it in your schedule because you change per show, right?
Sometimes,
Sometimes.
sometimes, yeah. It all depends on the brands that you work with, of
Mhm.
course.
But thank you for enlightening us and,
Yeah.
to take a look what's really happening because, everyone's new, di ba? Na parang, ayun pala yun, that's what's happening pag na-invite si so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And we just need, like, an explainer. Thank you
Yeah.
for that explainer regarding the matter.
I mean, the star of the Fashion Week, don't forget, are the designers. These are the
Mm-mm.
people that spend 6 months slaving away and working hard
Oo.
to put up a collection. So this is the star of the show. It's not the guests, it's not the celebrities. It's really the designer, their work, and their craft. And
And
people seem to forget that.
yeah, and so totoo yun because of course you are measured because of your influence. That's why you get invited again. But yung mga EMV that's been coming
It's all
up,
true too,
it's
but
all true.
it's all true. But of course, the EMVs and the all of this, it's become a number based game. Because of like the celebrities that go there. Of
Uh-huh.
course, if you're a celebrity with 100 million followers,
Mataas
your
yung,
EMV is gonna be really high.
yes.
But what I love about fashion, and this is and this is this is really unexpected. It's not a fame game, because celebrities come and go.
I know.
People with fame come and go. It's about your relationships with the brands, the relationships with the designer, the relationships with the people that work in fashion. It's not about fame. I mean, don't forget, the brands only invite all of these famous people, for their collections to be talked about. But at the end of the day, we're all line items on a spreadsheet. It's still your relationship with a designer that's more important. I don't have a million followers on Instagram, but I've been doing this for like 15, 16 years.
Because friends mo talaga sila Kim Jones.
He's one of my best friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all the great designers out there. So,
Buti may oras ka pa.
oo.
Ngayon.
Kaya ngayon nga.
Madami
dito
pa akong
ka.
oras.
Oo,
Madami pa
oo.
akong,
Ang
of
dami mo
course.
ginagawa.
With the
Of
showbiz
course.
press. Oo.
Yeah, when you come here, how long do you stay?
Usually, I mean, it depends po. Usually like
When you
3, 4
visit,
days.
yes.
It depends on the work. For example, now I have work in Italy. I mean, I would have extended here, but meron pa ako pagkabuhayan showcase sa Milan on Friday and Saturday, so I
You
have to leave.
right away.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
can you describe lang yung scope ng magiging
Papel ng Viva.
papel ng Viva?
I think working with Viva. I mean, I don't. It's hard to define a scope or expectations. But for me, I love partner. I love the idea of partnering with them to just expand and explore what we could do together. I want them to challenge me creatively. I'd love to, expand my presence in entertainment, expand whatever platform it may be, whether television or movies or showbiz or appearances, mall shows, para to say hi to the fans. But I'd love to do something creative with them
That's
for
nice.
the long term.
Even acting.
Of course, why not?
Right.
Parang bagay.
But I'm already acting sa
Magaling ka nga pala
internet.
mag-act.
Oo,
Nag-acting na ako sa internet.
Kailan mo ibabalik yung A Day in the Life?
Nako. Yung mga
Ang
day
dami
in the life,
yung
today was the worst, I
Yeah, today
know.
was the
Today was the
worst.
worst. I mean, that's the thing, like, time. I mean, editing those videos, and I feel like I'm the only one
Who
na
edits your own?
creator. I edit everything, I shoot everything. I don't have a team, I don't have a team of, wala, ako lang po talaga lahat.
Ano yung pag naglalakad kasi nung kumukuha?
Minsan pa yung mga kaibigan ko. Parang, uy, pakuhaan ako ng video. I mean, it's really intimate and it's really raw, I mean, from the beginning, I've always created my own content. Because once na meron kang photographer and videographer and this, parang your vision gets clouded. And also, I'm very impatient. So wala pa akong time na alam niyo, to beg, o yung edit, kamusta na? Wala na akong time na gano'n. So if I do my own edit, I'm in full control. Yeah. But hopefully, it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? And I think with showbiz, it's also a collaborative, thing. I mean, working with a director, working with different people, with writers, it's a creative challenge. And I think it's exciting.
Does the TikTok side of your business give you the same monetization as what you do sa day job mo?
Of course, yeah.
Wow.
It's
It
different.
paid off na.
Of course. I mean, TikTok had always paid off in the beginning. You know what I mean? And I think as a content creator, as a personality, as an entertainer, you're a business person. You need to have different revenue streams.
That's nice.
It's not just endorsements, not just appearances. It's a business.
This is smart. So this
Yeah.
is a smart.
We all have to be smart.
Yeah. That's
You
it.
mentioned na parang one-man team ka lang as
Yeah.
a content creator.
For the most part.
Oo.
Pero kapag bayad po, syempre I need to hire professionals, di ba? Kapag,
Oo.
you want to give your best. Yeah.
Pero yun nga, paano yung process mo? And then, na-apektuhan ka ba ng numbers, ng analytics?
No, not really. Because here's the thing: a lot of the brands that work with me, they work with me because of the trust, because of the relationship. I've known them for so long. A lot of my brand clients, they're like repeat customers. You go to a restaurant, ang sarap ng pagkain. Sige, I'm gonna go there every once a year, twice a month, whatever. So there's always the trust that people, the people that I work with have in me. So I'm
That's
very,
nice.
very grateful for that. So, in a way, they know what it's like to work with me. They've worked with me for years. So whenever they have something, Brian, okay, let's do something together. Okay, go. For new clients, it's different. You know what I mean? So I love having an element of creative input. Whenever I work with brands, of course I want to make them happy, and I just deliver. Yeah.
So, numbers hindi naman
Na-
siya.
I mean, I'm the wrong person to go for numbers. I mean, if you want someone with 100 million followers, go for it.
Kasi
You know.
di ba yung other brands look for that?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just very grateful that a lot of the brands, they don't look at numbers. It's about sometimes it's about visibility. It's about positioning. It's about elevating,
Their brand.
brand. Yeah.
So fashion credibility mo rin talaga yung pinunta nila,
Yeah.
diba? Because of you've been there ever since.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mhm.
So these new creators versus you, what are your thoughts on that? Yung batch mo, nung mga, diba? Kasi
Batch na siya lang eh.
O yung batch,
Yeah.
pero yung iba diba mga Australian ka na nakasabay na creators that they're not as visible as you are right now.
No, I mean, I remember a few. No, I mean, I remember a lot of international bloggers around the same time as me. They're still around.
Mhm.
They're still around,
But not like you.
not like me because
Oo.
again,
You evolve.
some of my colleagues they refuse to try other platforms.
Oh.
So they didn't, they didn't go to TikTok, they didn't explore Facebook. A lot of bloggers, nung B pa yun hindi V, a lot of bloggers and Instagrammers, they're afraid to show a different side of them because they're very, very curated. A lot of their pictures are very polished and pretty, which is great. I have so much respect to people who are able to have that discipline. But we live in a different era now of entertainment where it's okay not to put makeup or have a filter. People can see through, and you can't really fake it on videos so much.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
up to what extent are you willing to show to the public your life?
I show a lot, into the public. I mean, for me, I need to have a separation. Personal life is always different from professional life, and sometimes you combine the two, but they're always different, always,
How do you do that? Because it's hard. I know you have a husband.
Yeah.
And hindi namin siya nakikita.
There's not a single picture of him on the internet.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
how do you do that?
You just have to protect your loved ones.
Basta hindi siya kasali.
Hindi siya kasali, he
Tanggap
doesn't do
niya yun.
anything, and it's fine. And for me, that's why we've been together for 14 years. That's why the
Wow.
marriage lasted long, because there's a separation of church and state. He doesn't get involved. He doesn't get involved in what I do. I never involve him. Tapos minsan nga nagjo-joke kami, in the early days of my career, we were like joking, maybe I should get like a fake husband.
Oh,
So that,
hire.
pang
Oo.
social media, ganun. But then I was like, no, I can't. And then, but you have to separate the two, It's very, very important because he's not a public figure. And, I thank God I have friends who are also on social media and also public figures. And we kind of, just work together. No, you really need to separate professional and personal. Yeah.
Is the hobby
But how
a
many-
Filipino?
No.
Oh,
How
alright.
many years dun sa 14 yung kasal?
We got married when gay marriage became legal in the United States. That's how, he proposed. 2015.
Oh,
So
not too
9
long
years.
ago.
Grabe.
Grabe.
Loyal.
Tagal na.
Bait.
Yun na nga
Eh,
eh.
di ba daming cute sa Fashion Week? Paano yun?
I mean,
Di ba? I was
but
like,
during Fashion Week, there's no time sa mga cuties.
Separation
Kailangan
of church and
work.
state.
Kailangan natin ng money. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about work.
I
Yeah.
love it.
But again, for me, I've seen so many hot guys
Yun na yun.
all the time. But for me, it's like, nah. You still go back home to your loved one.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.